Hello, everybody. It's back to BBB Sharing, and this is part two. Gentlemen, I don't give too many opportunities for part twos. Usually I cut you off on part one, but this is so in-depth. You guys are so smart, and it's exciting. I want to share. So we got Grayson and Thomas. We're going to let them free flow, 10 minutes. They're just going to talk about what they feel is important. With that,
rock and roll,
Grayson.
Barry. Thank you again, man. Thank you. We're having fun with you as always. And so where we had left off last is we were talking about analytics and all of this data and how with the AI tools that we can now write, how much faster businesses can make intelligent decisions that used to take them months, several months, maybe 12 months. But with that, another place that leads us to is the amount of data that we're storing and the amount that we're spending on our cloud costs. And Thomas, can you talk a little bit about just like cloud cost reductions and some of the big wins that you've had in the past?
Yeah, I mean, and I think, speak in general terms, I think that every organization is overpaying for their cloud. If you have data, you've likely made the wrong decision and how it gets stored. And so iterating on that in the past did take months and years and millions of dollars of investment. And Gener8ve has been able to prove time and time again that those costs no longer need to exist. And so we've typically seen returns on anywhere between 95 to 50% of those cloud costs reduced. And we've been able to repeat that in every organization. And really what it is it's about educating the organization that you're in on how to make those decisions, and then also pulling the trigger on those decisions and doing that quickly. So that 12 months, that 2 years now becomes a month, 3 months, maybe a week. And that's how fast it can go. A really quick one that we had was we were able to take something out of Replit, which is a very common tool people are using these days, and get it into Google Cloud for $50 a month. And that took us about 3 hours. And that is secure, compliant, auditable, governed, and the client's happy.
And how much are you seeing that some of these companies are spending on their cloud costs a month?
I mean, a small company, like even if it's $1 million of revenue a year, they're probably spending $20,000 a month, and that's ludicrous.
And you've actually had experiences and performed where you've got saved them $17,000.
Oh yeah, no, we've taken $50,000 worth of monthly spend down to $500.
That's a beautiful thing. We like that. Cut it from the top, no problem. Another cool thing, Thomas, I think that might be a nice segue to kind of talk about some of the resistance that we've seen, that you've seen to organizations, because AI is this, again, is it the Terminator? Is it just a little chatbot?
Yeah, and I think it's a very emotional because there's a lot in the news about it. And I think adoption really stems from getting people educated on what are the best ways to use AI, what are the ethical ways to use it. And that's something that we do from zero to, from soup to nuts. We can come into your organization and really create a curriculum that has great metrics, great NPS scores, great adoption rates. And so if you are facing resistance around these initiatives, that is something that we want to help with people, because adoption leads to employee retention. It leads to people feeling valued, people feeling like they're using their minds in ways that are helping to differentiate the business, not slogging through data.
And we become more effective.
We like
to be effective. What was the award that Katie had gotten?
Yeah, so we work with a variety of curriculum experts to deliver this, and one of them who sits on our advisory committee was actually internationally recognized by Pluralsight for her work in her organization, and she's bringing that expertise exactly to what we do.
It all starts with education. What do you think is one of the cooler transitions that you've seen happen in the market, like just over the last 5 years with AI tools?
As an engineer, as someone who writes code, I accomplish far more reliably, far more testably in ways today that I could never have done even 2 years ago, even 6 months ago. And I think that the cost of getting to value has plummeted. The cost of testing an idea has plummeted. And so now it becomes about the differentiation of the idea and being different and finding that product market fit. And that's the really cool proposition, is we spend more time thinking about, are we doing the right thing, and not on, is something broken?
Right, like the watching you do that, just the zip codes.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is data that people are looking for, and you can package that in a way that goes right into their system overnight. What was it, the geo?
Geofencing. Yeah, so we've worked in a lot of different spaces, but we're also seeing that a lot of people are paying too much for their services, and that's a core differentiator for us. So we're able to come into an organization and deliver a system that you have that you could be paying as much as $15,000 a month for, and able to support that in a matter of weeks. And we did that in the case of geospatial data that organizations need for their marketing.
And that was an easy one for you, right?
Yeah, that was like that was like over a cup of coffee.
That's not a bad place to be. Well, I think a big part about everything too is team, right? Like when we think about how do we get to the places that we want to be, I mean, it still takes people and getting the right folks together. And I think it's cool how you have your Rolodex and all the people that, you've seen real time out there in the workplace and how they perform, to then be able to bring that into Gener8ve, which is like really cool, especially when I'm getting calls from the other side of the world offering us engineering services, and it's like, really appreciate your calling,
Yeah.
but I'm going to politely say no right now. But one of the things I really appreciate about how we approach the folks that work with us is it really feels like we do the Richard Branson model, right?
Yeah.
Take care of your employees, and they'll take care of your business. It's as simple as that. And that's how I've always run when I was doing back to my solar company that I had before. And now seeing this and with our, simpatico way about approaching business, approaching clients, trying to be transparent and have it just in open, there's no mysteries. We don't want secrets. The more open that we can be together, the better we can deliver for our client, and the better that we can be to the partners that work with us, employees, to then have them want to be here, have them feel like this is not what I was getting at my last job,
that's
for
right.
instance. And so I know that we're going to keep doing that, and that's what's going to keep us rolling on this awesome trajectory. So
Yeah, totally agreed.
Yeah, I think when you guys are ready, and if you get accredited with the BBB, I think
When?
you are, are going to be, you're what we're looking for. We're looking for the new wave. We're not looking for people stuck in their old ways necessarily. We got people that have their whole life savings invested in their business. They've got to change. They've got to learn to be better business people, and hence the name Better Business. And so we want to do things right. We want to measure things. We want people to grow, and that's what we're going to offer. And I hope we could do an event here when you're accredited in our event space, because I think we'll be lined up with accredited businesses, trying to learn more. Because as my saying is, I'm a little bobblehead, time is money, money's time. And, the older, I just started collecting Medicare this month. That means I'm 65. So my life went quick. I used to sit where you guys are, and I can't believe I'm 65. So I think that's where you're going to help businesses, and that's where we're going. So we've got about a minute and a half left. What else would you want people to know about you? Who should call you? How should they contact you?
Yeah.
Should they not contact
No,
you?
please contact us. I think the first thing is that what we're doing is accessible. If you have a budget, we can work within it to find a way to get you enabled, and to your point, a more successful business, especially if you're a small business. I think that for contacting us, we have a website. It's Gener8ve.com. And to spell that, that's GENER8V.com.
numerical 8.
Numerical 8. And just feel free to go on there. We got a form you can fill out, or just reach out to info@Gener8ve.com.
It's awesome. Anything else, Grayson?
I look forward to taking the next step with the Better Business Bureau, and we're going to get that across the finish line. You know what I'm looking for, and we're going to be there
Absolutely.
together, man.
You got it. And you I can see you were always great in business, energy-wise, but I think there's a different aura about him, isn't there, Thomas?
Yeah.
You've known him for a couple of years now. So he's got something going on.
Probably over 25.
25
I'll
years.
wake up a little happier now.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
I see it in you, and that's
Finally
great.
agreed.
I'm sure your dad's happy. Everybody's happy. Dave Barrett's happy, who introduced us. But we got a program coming to us on AI, how to spell AI. Dr. Josh Smith and Dr. Nancy Smith, not related, both at VCU are building curriculum. We're going to be doing it late July, so watch out for that. And it's going to be held here. And it's going to be basically the ABCs of AI to get people over that hump. So then people like you could take over. We've got Maverick AI that's accredited. We have you guys in this marketplace. We are very fortunate with what's going on right here in Richmond, not even in America, right here, that you don't have to go abroad. You don't have to go 25,000 miles away and talk to somebody in a headset. And they're smart too, but I mean, why not here right now? We got smart people. And the last thing I will say, Jonathan, I never say his name right, but Jonathan Liebert is the CEO of the BBB in Colorado. He wrote a book about a year and a half ago on AI. He is now our CEO at IABBB. And so he's going to be taking the BBB world, our website, everything very quickly, because that's how you have to move. Yeah. And it's going to be very much artificial intelligence. And that's, like you said, Grayson, bad word, probably. We have to change it up.
We can do better.
Smarter, we got to do better.
Smarter analytics.
Why don't we
with
just
computer
use chat? Just ask chat. What sounds better than AI? I don't want artificial. Guys, thank you so much. It's been an incredible. We got 2 segments here with you guys, and it's awesome to meet you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.